everyone, I'm in. Today we will read about the book 100 Things to Know About the Science. Now we will read about part 27 about scientists expert to find alien life in the Goldilocks zone. Do you know the planet most likely support life orbit in what astronomers call the Goldilocks zones? It is very far, but you can see in this picture. This is how long is the Goldilocks zones here. This is the Goldilocks zone, and it is around the Earth, and it has the yellow part like that. You can see, and this is an area not too near and not too far from a star. Now let's see about that. And the Earth is a Goldilocks planet, and here mild temperatures allow for liquid water, one of the key ingredients for the life as we know it. First, the red color is too hot. Do you know that here, on this zone, that the red color, the red light is too hot, and about it, around next is too cold, has the light blue color. The too cold lights has on some planet like Mars and Jupiter, Mars, and some other planet that we had discovered. On the too hot zone, about that have the sun and two other planets. But in the Goldilocks zone, only have the Earth. Next, you can have the next line. There are billions and billions of stars in our galaxy, and each one has a Goldilocks zones. The cooler the star is, the closer its zone will be. Now let's see. Next we have the red dwarf. It has cool and dim, and this is the planet that in the red line. Next, in the bottom, has the Goldilocks planet. It don't have any names, so you can call it the Goldilocks planet. Next is the too cold zone. You can see on this line now, the too cold zone has a very bigger amount than the last. Next, you can have the next line. You can see first in the too hot line, it is almost very many, that almost all the line that you can see on this kind line. You have a blue giant. It has a car. It's hot and bright, and it's very bright, but it has a blue color. And there are only two other planets on that too hot line. And in the bottom, in the Goldilocks zone, we have the Goldilocks planet, and this is bigger than the Earth, very bigger, and it has the color purple. With the too cold zone, you can see there are two other small planet like the Earth on this zone. Next, you can have the view of an imagined Goldilocks planet. First, you can have the mild temperatures. Its surface, astronomers have found about 60 Goldilocks planets, and they think there may be 60 billion more in our galaxies. And you see here, they are the liquid seas, and this is the forest, but the sea is red. It's don't like the earth. Next, you have part 28 about tiny underwater plants can change the weather. Do you know the phytoplankton are the microscopic floating plants that live in the upper layers of the oceans and lakes too. About its living the water on the surface, and they may be very tiny, but they have a big impact on the weather. Do you know the phytoplankton need the sunlight to survive, but too much can harm them and make them die too. So they need just right sunshine to help them live. And so they have developed a way of creating their own shade. First, you can see the phytoplankton reach to intense sunlight by producing a chemical. 2. The chemical can break down and evaporate into the air, where it forms dust-like particles. And 3. In most air, there are billions of waters around the particles, creating a cloud. So you can see here. So that is the way the phytoplankton made the weather. And this can make some cooling shade for the phytoplankton down below. And that way the phytoplankton can survive. And so this can affect the waters. So it can affect with many things about animals and other plants, like people, and some animals live on the earth. So the phytoplanktons need to survive, so they can reach and producing the weather in the earth. Now my video is ended here. Bye everyone, thanks for watching.